All right, everybody, we got a little bit of a mail call video coming at you. Coming at you, man. Coming at you. I got some stuff from Tommy G. I got some stuff from Amazon, and I got some stuff from Banggood. So we're going to go over this stuff here and let you take a look at it. Okay, the first one I got is this little parabolic antenna for the Mavic Air, the Mavic Pro, the Mavic Mini, the Spark, because you know all of these controllers, they have actually, all of them have the same form factor. The only difference, the one on the Mavic Pro is just a hair thicker than the Spark and the Mini and the Mavic Air. That one has a little bit more thickness to it, probably because it has the screen to it. So that little phone holder I always clip on, that's why the same one will work on the Spark and the Mini and the Mavic Air, but it won't work on the Mavic Pro. It won't snap in there. It won't, when it comes around to the front part right here, it won't clip on right here because it has that little bit of extra thickness. But it doesn't matter with this thing here. Now, I saw a video on this, and this thing really performed well for the guy in the video. He demonstrated it with a Mavic Air. Now, to be able to use this, of course, I'm going to have to change my phone holder, which I picked a couple up because I'm not going to be able to put that one that goes across the body here. I'm going to got one that fits in here that I'm going to show you here in a couple of minutes. But these worked very well for that guy. He did a range test, and he did a really nice test where he went around where like the signal would be blocked, where he went around a bunch of trees, and then he demonstrated that when he did that without this, he would lose the signal. But then when he put these on, even though he had went around the corner, he was able to get signal. So they were extremely cheap. I think it was like $10, maybe less. So I picked up a set of these because I want to go flying up at that reservoir, and that's over that water, and I want to I don't want it to go away. I want to at least try to get the 4,000 feet out of the Mavic Air. I want to see if I can do that. So, and they even give you a little cleaning cloth with it, or you can blow your nose. Whatever you want. It's up to you. And they give you an instruction manual in there, but you don't need that. Just clip it on there. Okay, that's what it does. Okay, you just clip it on there. Okay, next up, this is a super cool, as Bill Thomas would say, super cool stand for the switch light, which my buddy Tommy printed up for me, and there it is. Now, I already did my review of the switch light. I just haven't posted the review yet. And that stand is really cool because it will work in a bunch of stuff. You can use it to put phones or, anything you want in there, which I think is pretty cool. It'll fit my PS Vita. That fits in there, right there. So if you ever wanted to see the size difference between the Vita and the new Switch Lite or Mini or whatever they call it, there's the difference in the size. This thing is really nice, guys. Really nice. And he also printed out this really cool game holder, which was pretty neat. So you can take your games. It's like a little storage container, and you just plop them down in there. You can just store them in there. Sweet. But I only have 3 of them. So I haven't really been using it yet for that, but I use the stand on a daily basis. Trust me, that stand is sitting on my table all the time. I'm always using that stand. All right, guys, next up, excuse me, I'm going to show you the Xiaomi 20,000 milliamp hour battery bank. And boy, does this thing come in handy. Okay, this thing's a brick. Okay, it's really nice. I actually use it for charging my game controllers. But let me show you what else it will do. Because it has two different settings on it. It will go up to the 3 amp 3.6 amps, so you can charge your quadcopters with it. You can keep this out with you in the field, put it in your car when you're out flying around. So if you want to charge your Spark, I'm going to demonstrate it here for you. Wrong slot. It doesn't mention on here what the slot is. See? Takes a minute to think about it. There's one slot that's the 2 amp. That's not enough. The 2.1 amp. That's for your tablets and stuff like that. But then it also has the 3.6 amp. And that's enough output to charge the Spark, the Mini, the Anafi, quads like that use, USB. So if you're one of these guys that has a Spark and one battery and you go out to the field, you can get one of these and take it out there. But it has a million other uses too, not just for charging stuff like this. So this thing is extremely handy. Okay, this thing's pretty nice. And it'll charge the whole battery up, no problem. But you have to have that 3 amps to make these work. These USB charging drones, they have to have 3 amps, I believe, to work. Because if you plug it into the 2 amp one, it won't even initialize the process. So, okay, next up we have this tablet holder for the DJI Mavic series and the Spark and the Mini. And now I got this to be able to use the antenna, the parabolic antenna. Now, the one thing I don't like about this thing is it's made out of aluminum or something. It's pretty heavy. I wasn't really digging the heaviness part. There it is right there. The way it comes apart's a little tricky. Okay. Okay, so this part opens up here and this part opens up here. And it forms a little ball right there. Then you take that ball and you snap it into here. Hold on, let me open it up a little bit. There. You snap that in, then you tighten it up. And then how this works here is you set that into here like this. Into that spot where you would put the phone. That thing we all hate. Well, I do anyway. I can't stand putting my phone in here. I think I had to do that the first time I flew the Mini. And then immediately figured out I could use that Spark holder. So here's how this would work. This has here, and then it has this little pass-through for the cable. So you would put your phone in here. Because it will hold a phone too. But it goes super wide to hold tablets. But it actually is small enough to hold just a regular phone. This is just a regular iPhone 7 regular. But that'll fit in there also, But this stretches out pretty far to hold a tablet. So anyway, what you would do is you would take the cable and you would plug your cable in down here. And then you would string it up through here and into the phone. That's if you were going to use... For the Mavic, for the Spark, you can use the Wi-Fi. You don't need to use the OTG cable. But for any of the other ones, you have to use the phone cable. You have to plug it into the controller. So they give you this little hole in here so you can get through there. The Mavic Air plugs in down here also. So, yeah. This thing works good. I already tried it out. It's a little heavy, I will say that. But I needed to get one of these to be able to use those antennas. Because with the other thing I had, you couldn't use that antenna. So it does work good. It's a very high quality build. I mean, don't get me wrong. This thing is solid as a rock. It's made out of aluminum or something. It's pretty sturdy. Let's put it that way. All right, next up we got the Cool Baby RS08. This is a one of those game emulator tablets. But this is a big dog. Okay, this has like a 7-inch screen, so I'm going to crack it open and show it to you. Oh, sorry about that. I will be getting a review out on this as soon as I can. I'm just so far behind in this crap. It's just unbelievable about the stuff I have to do. There it is. It still has the protective cover on the screen. That's why it's looks a little shaky. But there the size of that is, and I will put the switch next to it so you can see the difference. There you go. There's that. Then there's the switch. And this has umpteen thousands of games on there from, all these different systems. And it has like a TV out and headphones and a manual. And it has a micro SD card slot so you can add more games to it if you want. It's a big one, okay? This is a biggie. But, we'll see. It wasn't that much. It was only like $50. I think it was like $53 or whatever. So, yeah. It's not bad. It even has a camera on it. Right there. So you can shoot some... I don't know what kind of video that would be. Not... maybe 20p. It's still 20p. Is there such a thing as 20p? I don't know. But we'll find out, right? We'll find out. All right, next up we have the retro game console. Now, it has 400 games. It doesn't have a brand name. So, who knows? I don't see anything over here. It's the Mi Hung Lo video game console. But here's what it looks like. It looks like an old Game Boy, like the original Game Boy Advance. I think that's what it's patterned after. It's Game Boys. Okay, right there. Okay. Got some shoulder buttons, a power button, the usual suspects. A speaker here in the front. Start, select. Yeah, looks great. So we'll get to that. But it's one of them. I think it was $15. So this thing was not expensive. So I'm not sure what kind of games are on there yet, but I'm getting to it. We're getting to it. All right, next up we got the Boya universal microphone right there. Now I already have the Rode microphone, but I made a few videos with this thing, and there was a problem, and the problem was that the microphone is so big that you could see the tip of the microphone sticking outside of the hat I was wearing. So you would say the flap of the hat was here, and then the action cam sitting on there, and this was sitting here, and then this would be peeking out to the top of the video like say that. See how it's sitting there? Or no, it would be the other way actually. It would be through the top. So you would see the tip of the microphone sitting outside, and there's no way you can make it smaller, and I can't move it back on the cap, or I can't tilt the camera back anymore because then you won't be able to see what I'm seeing. So I think this thing would be best served as a stationary device on a microphone. You know, and then also this is only a TRS connector right there. You know, so you don't get you can't use this with your iPhone. Okay, it won't work with an iPhone. Okay, that's not happening. You need the 3 rings, the TRRS, to work with the iPhone. So, but this one, it gives you that adapter in here, where on the road you have to actually go buy this extra cable with the 3 rings for $20. Okay, so that's how they get you. You spend a $58-$60 for the mic, and then, oh, you want to use it with your iPhone? Okay, buy another cable for $20. Where this cheaper model from China, which I'm sure will sound fine, it has the cable built in there. You know, it's already included in the package. And I will open that and show it to you. Here's the microphone. It's got the dead cat on there, but you could just pop that off. And as you see, this microphone is a lot smaller than this one here. So this one is not going to be sticking out the camera. You know, you're not going to see it. And then this one has the TRS connector, and it has the other one in there included. See, there's the one with the 3 rings, and then there's the one with the 2 rings. They come included with it right there and there. So they give you that. So I can use this with my iPhone. So you would plug the 3 ring part in the end into the iPhone, and then the 2 ring part would go into the back of the microphone right here. That would take the 2 ring part into there, and then the TRRS end here would go into the iPhone, or in a phone. Phones usually use the 3 ring, and then the action cams use the 2 ring. I have no idea why they can't make a standard for something like that. I don't really know all the specifics of that. Then they give you the cold shoe mount and all that stuff in there too. So yeah, this was super cheap. It was like $20, something like that, maybe less. So I'm going to put links in there for anybody if they want to look at any of this stuff. I haven't used this mic yet, but I'm sure it'll work. I've seen reviews. I didn't buy it without watching some videos on it, you know. It's what I usually do when I go to Banggood or whatever. I'll see something I might like, and I'll say, okay, let me go see what, you know, Everyday Dad or somebody like that, Flight Path or the air photography guy, you know. These guys are very knowledgeable, you know. I mean, that's why they're big YouTubers, right? Because they know what the hell they're talking about for the most part. But, yeah, I went and checked out a couple of the reviews on this, and it was okay, so I didn't have any problem taking a chance on it. Plus, it's a lot lighter than the Rode. It's not as heavy, so it's not going to weigh down my noggin as much. All right, next up, we have the Ulanzi, what does it say? OP6 macro lens for the Osmo Pocket. Now, when you use one of these little lens covers for the Osmo Pocket, you have to turn the Osmo Pocket on, and you have to hot mount these things because you can't do it for when they're closed, but they're magnetic. So you just bring it up to the camera and let it fall right on there. And there it is, right there. You know, the Osmo Pocket that's metal right there. That's not plastic. And so the inside of the lens has these little magnets. So you just bring it up to it and it just pops right on there. And then when you go to, now it's going to show you that's how blurry it is because this is a close-up deal. Okay, so this would be like, you want to go up close to something like that and then it'll focus in on it. But, and then when you go to shut this off, you have to take that off before you can close the camera. So I would just go over here like this, pop it off of there like that. Shut it off like that, and then it'll close like that. So it won't close with the lens on. So just so you know that. So I'll get some shots of that. Maybe I'll take this up to the mall or something. Fart around with that thing. Give me something to do on a Sunday. When I'm bored, because Sundays are boring for me. I don't know about you guys, but Sundays are just terrible. I get bored to tears on Sunday. Alright guys, next up we have the Ulanzi OP02 Osmo Pocket tripod mount adapter. Now I'm actually going to be keeping that in my case. There's a little spot for that right there. I took the old one out because I got this new one, this thing was only like $4 and something. But it has something going for it that I'm going to show you here. I like these little Ulanzi doodads, okay? These little Ulanzi gadgets. Okay, so there's the tripod mount right there. There's your 1/4 screw. But what's nice about it is you put the Osmo Pocket right in there like that, and it has a pass-through to charge it. Or to add your mic. I think that's where you plug the mic in and stuff like that. So that's neat that it has that pass-through in there. This is the first one of these I've seen like that. And it comes right off. It's not real hard to force on there or anything like that. Bill Thomas might want to get one of these. Very nice. It has that pass-through on there. Very nice. And it has it on both sides. It's not just on one side, it's on both sides. So they got you covered coming and going. Plus, it can work as a little stand. So maybe I won't be needing to keep this one in there. I keep this stand in there all the time. I forgot who made that. Oh, that was at Sunny Life. They have a couple of little gadgets for this that I have. But I like this stand because it's got the rubber bottom on it. So I keep that in there. Yep, that's real nice. So that is going to be going right in there. That's going to be in my case now. I'm going to throw the bag away. Now that I made the video, I'm going to throw the bag away. Alright guys, last but not least, and they shipped it in this, right here, in a Ziploc bag. This is how I got it. Just like you see it right here. This is another tripod adapter for the Osmo Pocket, but I didn't buy it for the tripod adapter. I bought it for the legs that came with it. The tripod mount itself right here, because this one opens up really far and it's made out of metal right there. It's extremely stable because I have I have those GoPros and I have those little GoPro tripods, but they're plastic and they're cheap and they don't hold up good if you're in grass or anything like that. They wobble. I've had them tip over on me when I was making videos and stuff like that because the footprint is not that large. So it has to be basically on a flat surface. This thing here is actually extremely stable and it has a little bit of weight to it because it's metal. So this will hold up much better on like say you were in dirt or in a grass type situation. You're going to be able to push this down in there to hold it a lot better than you are those GoPro ones. I mean, the GoPro ones are okay as long as you're on a street or something, but if you're not, it's no dice. And then you got this part here, which I'm not even exactly sure how this works, which I'm not really even interested in this thing anyway, so I have plenty of those types of things. But there you go. I guess it fits down in here like this, and it tightens up with this screw here, and then you can just hook that right there. It's got that universal GoPro mount. But I'm really not needing this thing that much. I'll just put it in the shoebox. You know, the little extra stuff that I got laying around. The tripod's what I want. You know, I might even add that tripod and put my Osmo. You know, I got so many of these Osmo something or another's. I don't even know. Can't remember the name of them. The one that holds the phone. Okay, I might add this to that. And use this. I had that other tripod that worked great, but it was a lot smaller. This would be a lot more stable. I mean, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know if it's because some wind's going to come up or something's going to get bumped, and then the whole thing would fall over with the $1,000 phone on there. You know, so you don't want that. You want it to be secure. So, all right, guys, there you go. The mail call is finally over. Okay, so there it is. All right, guys, have a nice day.